Hey everyone. All right, in this video, let's talk about John Lasseter. So it was reported today that Disney and Lasseter are gonna separate. They're gonna go their own way. Lasseter, as you guys know, he's on hiatus, 6-month hiatus until May, expires in a few weeks because of sexual misconduct, sexual assault allegations. So that's the report today, that they are gonna, split ways. Now, before I start the video, I really want to say I'm not gonna focus on the sexual misconduct allegations against Mr. Lasseter because I think we're all on the same page in condemning that kind of behavior. Okay, I don't think anyone agrees that that should be tolerated. So I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into the creative ramifications in regards to Mr. Lasseter leaving the Walt Disney Company and what it means creatively. I'm going to be real honest with you. I am actually kind of glad that he's leaving the Disney Company. I think he's done a great deal of good for Disney in rebuilding the studio from a very dark day. But I think he's sort of overstayed his welcome, and he's done some things that I don't agree with. Now, number one, I want to say for Pixar Studio, I think Lasseter is perfect. I think that he's done an amazing job creatively for Pixar. I think that that's the studio he helped build from the ground up, and they essentially make the films that fit and they're in line with Lasseter's vision. So he's fine at Pixar. But the issue I have with him is more with Walt Disney Animation Studios. Walt Disney Animation Studios is not his studio. There are many, many years and decades of history at the Walt Disney Animation Studios before Lasseter came on board. But I feel like over the past few years, since he's taken over, maybe 10 years ago, or 12 years ago actually, the Walt Disney Animation Studios has morphed slowly into Pixar 2.0. And I don't agree with that. I don't. Why have two separate studios if they're going to produce the same kind of content? It's pointless. It really is pointless. And you're seeing it over and over and over again. Wreck-It Ralph, Zootopia, Big Hero 6. These are all great movies. They're really, really good movies, but they don't belong under the Walt Disney Animation Studios banner. Okay, they fit more in line with Pixar. Look at Zootopia, for example. It's a Pixar movie. Like Monsters, Inc. It's a modern society, but you're seeing it through animals. It's very similar to a Monsters, Inc. It feels like Pixar. Okay, I want Disney animation to start being Disney animation again. What happened to Disney just being Disney? I don't want Disney to do, its best Pixar impersonation. I don't want that. I want both studios to do what they do best. Let Pixar be Pixar, let Disney be Disney. Unfortunately, we have Lasseter running the show at both studios, so both studios now feel like the same company, or the same, I shouldn't say company, they are the same company, but they feel like the same studio. There's no difference. Why have two studios if they're going to produce the same content? It's silly. So with Lasseter leaving, it honestly gives me hope that there's going to be more of a clear identity for both studios. Lasseter is sort of being Superman, and he has for over a decade, where he's kind of run both studios. I think that's going to change once he leaves. I don't think Disney's going to have one person run both anymore. They'll probably find someone within the Walt Disney Animation Studios to run that studio, and then they'll find someone within Pixar to run Pixar. And that's good. That's a great thing, because now each studio will have its own identity and will make different kinds of movies. I think it's very, very positive. So again, this is aside from all the sexual misconduct allegations that none of us condone. Obviously, we don't nobody condones that. No, that should never be tolerated. Aside from that, I do think creatively, John Lasseter leaving is the right decision. I think that he's played a huge role at Disney, but I think his time has come where he really does have to leave and let other people, other talent, take control and kind of steer the ship. I think it's a good thing. It's a positive move. But what do you guys think on this? Do you agree with me that John Lasseter leaving is a good decision? Do you not agree with me? Do you think it spells disaster? What are your thoughts on this? I love to hear from you guys. Comment, like, subscribe. I do content on Disney all the time. Thank you so much for watching. You guys, thank you so much. I really do appreciate all the support, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.